Good morning to everybody and welcome to our discussion series in writing your action research proposal to be submitted to the division office. Particularly at this point, we'll talk about how to write the rationale and the problem for investigation. This discussion is intended for deputy teachers po as they plan to submit their action research proposals to the division office. Let's get started. The main objective of our main objective is to help you submit po your action research proposal to the division office. Particularly, we'll talk about the rationale. Saan yung aking pointer? Ayan. Particularly, let's talk about the rationale. Ito yung first part po ng inyong proposal kung tutuusin. The rationale, the manifestations of a problem, and the characteristics of a good problem. So whenever we're talking about the rationale, you need to convince us why your study should be conducted. Alam po ninyo, ang pagsusulat ng rationale ay hindi katulad ng pagsusulat ng introduction sa inyong thesis or dissertation. Ang mahalaga sa pagdating ng rationale, ito palang rationale, this is the first part sa action research proposal po natin na ano po. Hindi po actually siya introduction, it's rationale. Dito sa rationale, it could compose of 2 to 3 pages lang kung tutuusin, 2 to 3 pages lang kung tutuusin. Ang bottom line lang naman nito ay ganito. First thing is, you need to discuss your problem. Ano ba yung problema na nakita po ninyo sa inyong classroom setting or sa inyong eskwelahan pertaining to your students? Ano ba yung problema na yun? You have to discuss that problem. And you need to convince the readers na yung problema na yun really exists in your field, in your locality, in your school, particularly in your classroom setting. Ngayon, pag napatunayan mo na, na-discuss mo na kung ano yung problema that you are encountering in your classroom setting, you need to convince your reader sa last part ng iyong rationale kung bakit kailangan makonduct yung study na yun. Kasi having discussed first your problem, yung problema na gusto mong gawan ng aksyon, ipapasok mo ngayon dito yung iyong research. You have to justify bakit kailangang makonduct yung study mo. And that's how the rationale is supposed to be written po. Ganun lang siya kadali. Kung tutuusin, you discuss your problems and then you justify bakit kailangan makonduct yung study mo. Tungkol ba saan yung study mo and how your study could address the problem that you have sought. 2 to 3 pages could be enough na po. Could be enough na to write a good and a comprehensive rationale of your study. So, ang isang bidang-bida sa bandang dulo, justification ito ay kung tutuusin. So, isang bidang-bida pagdating sa pagsulat ng rationale is your problem. Kasi you have to discuss your problem and you need to show enlightenment dun sa problem na yon. And you should have a deeper knowledge regarding the natures of that problem. So this time, let's talk about the manifestations of a problem. Ano dapat yung problem na meron ka? Kailan nakakaroon ng tunay na problem? Number one, manifestation of a problem is this. When there is an absence of information resulting in a gap in your knowledge. Tandaan po ninyo, nagre-research ka kasi meron kang bagay na hindi alam. Meron kang isang bagay na hindi alam. Ngayon, how would you know kung yung problem na yun katanggap-tanggap na problem o hindi? Ganito, you have your research questions. Kapag binasa mo yung research question at right there and there, masasagot mo na yung mga tanong mo, huwag mo nang i-research. Alam mo na pala yung sagot. Kung meron kang katanungan doon sa research mo through your research questions at right there and there, kaya mo nang sagutin yung tanong na yun, di wag mo nang i-research. Alam mo na pala eh. So, ganun yun. You're conducting your study kasi there is an absence of information na gusto mong malaman. And that makes the gap between what you know and what you do not know yet. Ano po? So, that is one manifestation of your problem that you should have, that you should present, that you should present as well in your proposal. Second thing is, there is a problem when there are contradictory results. There are contradictory results. Paano nangyayari yan? Alam po ninyo, during this pandemic, dun sa aming inset training, in-service training, before we came up with the specific topics na gagawan namin ng topics in our inset, nag-administer muna ako ng needs analysis among our audience, among our teacher audience. Ngayon, part of that needs analysis, may mga contradictory results na lumalabas. Halimbawa, may mga sa isang particular na klase, sinasabi ng ibang mga teachers na nagsasubmit on time yung mga estudyante na yon. May mga group of teachers naman na nagsasabi na late palagi o hindi na halos nagsasubmit ng ng outputs, yung mga study of that hindi na masyadong nagsasubmit ng outputs yung same group of students na yon. So, there are contradictory results kung makita ngayon. Ano na ba talaga ang totoo? Nagsasubmit ba o hindi mo nagsasubmit? Hindi gawa ka ng research. Yun ang qualified na problem na pwede mong gawan when there are contradictory results doon sa school setting ninyo. You are always gathering data sa school setting, usually submitted to the office of the principal. You have your assessment results, you have your kumustahan, ganyan. Ngayon, doon sa online kumustahan, nag-iba-iba naman yung sinasabi ng mga estudyante, natatapos ba nila yung mga modules o hindi? Ano ba yung totoo doon? So, to determine the truth behind those contradictory results, you conduct your research. And that is a good manifestation of a problem in your research paper po. And third, when a fact exists, a manifestation of a problem should have this. A problem exists and you intend to make your study explain it. Paano ang halimbawa po noon ganito? Halimbawa, sa advisory class po ninyo, you are a deputy teacher, sa mga estudyante ninyo, abay sunod-sunod yung mga nabubuntis. That's a fact. That's a fact. Kasi totoo naman na, halimbawa lang naman na po, totoo naman na sunod-sunod yung mga nabubuntis sa klase ninyo. That's a fact. Totoo yun. Kaya lang, hindi mo alam bakit. Ano ba yung paliwanag doon? Ba't ba sila sunod-sunod na nabubuntis? So, that's a good manifestation of a problem kapag ganyan ang kanyang senaryo. O kaya, may mga estudyante na hindi na nagpapapasok, extreme absenteeism, ganyan, or hindi na halos nagsasubmit ng kanilang outputs to your subject. That's a fact kasi those are recorded kung tutusin, alam mo, and you are sure na hindi talaga sila nagsasubmit. But you do not know the explanation. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung dahilan, bakit ganun yung nangyayari na yon. So if that's the case, if that's the scenario, that's a good manifestation of a problem in your research proposal po. And now, let's talk about the characteristics of a good problem. Ano ba ang characteristics ng good problem? Ano ba dapat yung meron sa problem mo to consider it good? First thing first, your topic should be of great interest to you. Dapat interesado ka doon sa research mo. Yun yung interest mo, gustong-gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. Bakit po? Kasi po kapag gumawa ka ng research na hindi mo naman interest, hindi mo matatapos. Kung napilitan ka lang dahil sinabihan ka lang ng principal mo, halimbawa, sir, madam, gawin mo tong research na to. Halimbawa lang naman. No po, hindi naman yun yung interest mo, napipilitan ka lang kung tutuusin. O kunwari, dahil master teacher ka, at sinasabi ng master teacher, dapat taon-taon, dapat may research dahil nasa IPCRF ng master teacher yan. So, quote and unquote, napipilitan ka lang na gumawa ng research. Mahirapan ka na tapusin yan. Ano po? So, you have to make sure that when you would have your study, we have your topic, dapat it would be of great interest to you. Yung talagang gustong-gusto mo, yung talagang malapit sa puso mo. However, it does not necessarily mean that this would be anything under the sun. Baka naman kahit ano na lang dyan, ginawan mo ng research mo. Hindi po ganun yun. Halimbawa, you are a MAPE teacher, and your specialization is in MAPE, tapos nagkaroon ka ng interest sa Filipino Abay, anong kalokohan naman yun? Siyempre, you should also consider din naman your field of specialization kasi you cannot justify naman your line of expertise kung gumawa ka ng research na hindi nakalinya sa iyong field of specialization. Opo. So, first thing first, to enable for you to have a good problem, your topic should be of great interest to you, but you also have to consider the line of expertise, your line of expertise, so the nature of the problem where your study is about. The second characteristic of a good problem is this. It is useful for the concerned people in your field. Concerned people in your field. If you are a grade 11 teacher, say for example, at XYZ high school, dapat yung research po ninyo tungkol sa grade 11 students dun sa school ninyo. Kasi yung problema na yun exists in your locality. Kasi halimbawa, kung merong problema sa kabilang school, tapos yun ang gagawan mo ng research, anong kalokohan yun? Ba't di mo sila hayaan na gawan na problemahin yung problema nila doon? Sa dinami-dami ng problema ninyo sa school ninyo, talaga problema ng iba, naisip ninyo. It must be useful to the concerned people in your field. You have to consider that in your field. Kung ano mga problema doon sa eskwelahan ninyo, kung ano problema ng mga estudyante ninyo, doon sa klase ninyo, yun po ang gawan ninyo ng research. Yun po ang gawan ninyo ng research. And that would be a good characteristic of a good problem. The third characteristic of a good problem is it should possess novelty. Napapanahon, makabago. Napapanahon, makabago. Alam po ninyo yung mga problema natin before the pandemic are not the same problems as we encounter ngayong may pandemic na. So yung mga usual na mga problema natin noon, hindi na siya in toto na pwedeng gawin ngayon. Although there are cases na may mga problema na halos walang katapusang problema yata sa DepEd, halimbawa, walang katapusang problema sa reading comprehension, walang katapusang problema halimbawa sa numeracy, ganyan and so on and so forth. But the setting differs. Dati, comprehension, problema sa comprehension, pero setting on face-to-face basis. O ngayon, comprehension on distance learning, mas challenging kung tutusin. So your problem to be considered good should possess novelty. It should be new. Dapat napapanahon sa current conditions natin. The first characteristic of a good problem is it should invite more complex designing. Anong ibig sabihin nitong more complex designing na ito? Ganito po yan. Halimbawa, you administer nutritional status assessment sa mga estudyante po ninyo. Nutritional status assessment. Ngayon, doon sa nutritional status na yon, sa nutritional status na yun, you get the height, weight, BMI, ganun, so on and so forth. It is as easy as that. It is as easy as that. You get the nutritional status kung sino yung severely stunted, ganyan, sino yung overweight, ganyan, and so on and so forth. Yun ang result ng nutritional status. Ngayon, by the time that you conduct a research about it, pwede mong gawing mas komplikadong konti than the usual. Instead of simply getting their BMI and identifying their nutritional status, perhaps sa iyong research, baka naman gusto mong gawan ng correlation naman. Correlation, yung kanilang nutritional status sa kanilang academic performance, if for example, or you would want to test a correlation of those nutritional status to their demographic locations, kung tutusin, demographic profiling, ganyan, and so on and so forth. Basta, if it could invite more complex designing, kumbaga, what is usual na nangyayari sa school setting, kaya mo siyang i-level up dun sa research po ninyo, that would be a good characteristic of a problem. Ano po, ganyan po yan. And for the fifth characteristic of a good problem, it should be completed in the allotted time desired. Among classroom teachers po, whenever you submit an action research, you're supposed to complete your action research po within the next 6 months. Yun lang po ang time allotment sa inyo. Within the next 6 months, 6 months within the school year. 6 months within the school year. Kapag naman when you conduct applied research naman po, you will be given an entire year. You will be given an entire year. That would be the allotted time. An entire year within the school year to finish, to complete your research paper po. Ngayon, and lastly, for the sixth characteristic, of a good problem, your problem should not carry ethical or moral impediments. Kung yung problem po ninyo may pinaglalaban ang gusto lang niya ipakita para ang gusto lang mong gawin sa research mo para ipakita yung kasiraan ng administrasyon ng principal mo ganyan and so on and so forth. Hindi pa pwede 'yun. Ang research po, ang intention niya hindi para makapanira. Ang objective ng research para makatulong. Merong problema, susolusyonan mo yung problema na yun. The purpose of research is not to 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 resolve to more problems. Hindi po siya ganon. Ano po? So, when there are ethical or moral impediments, wrong, very wrong yan. Hindi po natin pwedeng gawan ng research sa mga yan. Ngayon, ang mga laking katanungan natin, kaya mo ba? Kaya mo bang magkaroon ng iyong action research and have it submitted to the division office? Kaya mo. Kaya mo. And I am here to help you. How could you have your action research and have it submitted to the division office? At this point, I would like to share to you this ebook. Ano po, I have prepared a certain ebook. It's entitled Submit Your Action Research, the Division Office, Direct to the Point, and Part-to-Part Writing of Action Research Proposals for Teachers in DepEd. So dito, tinuturo dito kung paano mo isusulat yung part per part, sentence per sentence ng iyong research proposal. Anong sulat mo sa first sentence, anong sulat mo sa second sentence, ganyan, and so on and so forth. It is a guide na po. No po. For this pandemic period, it's on sale for limited time until July 1, 2021. Only po up to 40% sale po ito. The original price is 850 and I am willing to send it to you po for as low as 499 lang po until July 1, 2021 lang po. Kaya you need to hurry. So, once you avail this ebook, ito po ang mabibili sa inyo. You will have an e-copy of this ebook. Plus, you will receive freebies. Ang freebies po natin ito. Ang first freebie po natin will be template. Template for your action research proposal. Para ang formatting kung paano isusulat itong first part, second part, third part, alam nyo na kumbaga parang fill in the blanks na lang ang mangyayari dito. This would be great help sa inyo po. Matatanggap po ninyo ito once you avail this ebook. And at the same time, I am going to send to you po a compilation of abstracts funded in the regional office during the time of pandemic para magkaroon po kayo ng idea kung ano ba yung mga research papers, research concepts na gusto ng region. Not to mention, ito yung panahon that they are calling na po for the second call for PRP funding. Ito po ay financial support sa mga researchers para mapondohan ng region ang inyong research paper until July 1, 2021 lang po. To order this ebook and its freebies for the step 1, you may send your payment through GCash at my mobile number 0932-890-3877. And once you have sent your payment through GCash, you send me po a private message using the same number, indicating there your email address. Para sa email address na ito, doon ko po isend ang ebook and your freebies. Submit your action research proposal to the division office. Kaya mo ba? Kakayanin po ninyo. For your questions and concerns, you may send a private message to me po through my Facebook account, Patser, or using this link, that is my Facebook account. Huwag mahihiyang magtanong, you just ask your concerns, and I am going to help you out po to the best that we could. That ends my presentation. We are waiting for your questions po. Kaya mo makakapag-submit ka ng inyong action research proposals. Good morning po to everybody and goodbye.